Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello, my lovely royalty. How are you? Okay, let's dive in. Let's make sure you grab something really cold, really hot to sip on. Maybe something to nibble on. Like I stopped saying the whole nibble thing after they shut down the government and people were having to go to the food shelters, and then people like the Republican Party, the Christian people, were the ones like, oh well, they should have thought about their food stamps before and blah blah blah. Like, what? Feed the needy, give to the poor. What? What? Oh, it's like they want to read the good book, but they don't want to go buy the good book. Right? Or they expect everyone around them to go by the book in order to like fulfill their needs, you know? Because yeah, this is going to be like another political dating with a sprinkle of religion in it, because I just find it amusing with how the MAGA Republicans are doing right now, and a little bit of history, current history, you know, during COVID and everything, because with the whole Black Lives Matter and stuff, and then they turned it around and said all lives matter. I've been thinking about that a lot since the new year, because, and also when the orange man was at these rallies and stuff and he kept saying, I'm just going to need your vote. This is the last time you're going to need to vote. Pay attention to the patterns, pay attention to things that went on around us at the same time, guys. Because a lot of people of color who voted for him, you didn't pay attention. You didn't listen. You got exactly what you voted for. And you can't say otherwise. Because he said all this. Like the 92% us black women, we paid attention because being a woman and being black, we have always had to pay attention to what everybody says around us. Like we get dehumanized on a daily basis. We get told that we are not good enough on a daily basis. We have an orange man who tries to tell us that our IQ or we are dumb, and especially if we're dumb if we don't agree with him, if we don't like what he does. They call it like the orange man derangement syndrome kind of stuff. So we're not allowed to disagree. They want to say we're sheep because they say that we follow and do whatever, blah blah blah. But it's like they do exactly what they're saying we do. They're saying exactly, like they are doing the exact same thing that they're trying to accuse us of doing. Mm, Isn't that interesting? And then they are mad at us because we're not following and we're not being the sheep that follows on their path. We're on a different path, but they want to see. Doesn't make any sense, does it? But I mean, to them it makes sense because they think anybody and everybody should just follow this man who, in 1 month, made about $5 billion. And because of his presidency, he ended up creating more streams of income. When Biden was president and sold an art piece, people went chaotic and everything like that. But the orange man can make billions of dollars for his personal pockets, and right now he is saying that countries can give him like $1 billion each. But I've kind of heard some whisperings that he wants the $1 billion to go to him and not to pay our country's debts. If you're the president and you're trying to charge these countries like, I mean, I don't agree with it to begin with. I don't think that we should be doing it in the first place, but make it make sense. But the people who voted for him, they don't care. Some of them are loving it because some of them are only bullies, trolls, awful, terrible, dehumanizing people. They love when other people suffer, and they love when they can watch a bully at work. They love when someone is being able to take over, and just take power, take control, kidnap. So it's like this is, for many, this is their reality TV. They love being the villain. but they flip it and say they're the hero. They want to call ICE the heroes. They don't care. And it's just with the Black Lives Matter, and they said all lives matter, pay attention. Because one moment he said, like, everyone was saying all lives matter. Then he said that he needed your vote. And he's like, yeah, he needed your vote to make sure that he was going to be able to backstab you. He needed your vote so he could make sure that he kicked you out. That comedian with that whole island of trash chat, like, yeah, usually you have to send in the list of jokes that you're going to be saying, and especially in front of a political event. So yeah, I don't know exactly what their protocol is, but when people can say we didn't know, like, then you're very unprofessional, or whoever your event planner did an absolutely terrible job, because you are supposed to, ahead of time, look at everything, look at the lineup, and, like, even do a run through test to see how long everything's going to be, so everything's well organized and stuff like that. So, but with this whole all lives matter, whatever, it was a trick, it was a trap, it was a lie. Because now, who is he calling trash and stupid and dumb and a waste and asshole countries and things like that? Like, he has put everybody down but the white straight man. And that now he's kind of echoing some of CK's statements, especially about black women, especially about women, period, calling even women piggy. Because he's like, I can't exclude that Caucasian woman that he called piggy. And I'll still never get over how this man said, recorded, everybody saw it on TV, that since he's rich, he can grab women by the what? He can grab women by the what? But then everybody wants to turn that around, just like with these Epstein trials now, or the Epstein files. Now they're like, oh, well, 15 isn't exactly, like, oh, what? First, everyone wanted the files. But now that they know there is a pretty good chance that their cult leader, their hero, the person that it sounds like they basically worship, might now be the villain. Now they're trying to escape it by putting in new definitions, or not new definitions, but making him sound as innocent or unguilty. Like, because they know he's guilty, but they don't want him to be as guilty. They don't want it to be as bad. It's just, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting because now he's like, we're not hearing about the files every day anymore. The right has really calmed down and quieted down, and some have even said, even if he is in the files, they don't care. And especially what they keep saying, like 15, and now they're trying to lower the age for marriage and things like that. And that's the Republican side. Democrats are trying to raise the age, and Republicans are trying to lower it. Republicans are trying to, like, make sure that the women are going to start having babies as soon as possible. They don't care if we're educated. They don't want us to be educated. Because the more educated we are, the more common sense we're going to know on what and who is a good man, what qualities and who is a good man. If you, oh yeah, before I forget, check out my Patreon. I've got messages you won't believe. The river of racism, the dating nightmares. I've got proof of the awful, terrible, despicable, stupid, idiotic things these men have said to me. And I don't change the titles of any of the photos. I wanted to, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? No. I want you to know the exact day that, or around, at least around the day that they wrote me. I want you to know the day that they called me the N word, the B word, the C word, and all of the elemental P words. I want you to know the exact. Yeah. And this way, they can't say I faked it because you'll know which app and everything. So check it out because I do have the free level, the $2 and $4 levels and stuff like that. And I do that to make sure, like those with disabilities, I know how rough it is. I know where like the money has to go to different equipment, medications, and other health needs and stuff like that. I understand. So I'm gonna have some other levels and stuff too, but I want to make sure that I have something or I have levels for everyone. And but yeah, check it out. I'm gonna try to load every single day. It's been very busy lately, so because trying to finish the novel as well, but with all of these things, men hate that about me. So many people are like, "Oh, why are you single?" She's like, "You want to talk about dating nightmares, but you're single." It's like, "What's wrong with you? Something must be wrong with you. You're a leftover." Oh, you went to school. You shouldn't have went to school. And like a lot of the Republicans are trying to take away a woman's right for education. When it comes to student loans, oh, how come almost every degree is dominated by women that they now change to the non professional type? How come? It's like, because, and they didn't think about the future. They didn't think about the future because if so many people can't afford to go into nursing, who's going to nurse us back to health? How long is the waiting line going to be at the emergency rooms? And even but doctors' offices, but I mean, just imagine. It might end up being pretty horrifying. So you might want to change that. And or you might want to do like our wonderful governor of New York, free daycare. I mean, there's a list of things that he is doing that I'm a progressive, been a progressive, so it's like there's a few things that like with Bernie Sanders is for that I'm for, and I've been talking about. And when I had my debates on during COVID with some of these no good, ridiculous, terrible, just like Republican guys, who gives a F about minimum wage? Oh, you're so stupid. We don't care about that. Oh, well, if a woman can't afford to go to college, that means she just needs to stay home. She just needs a good man. The man will take care of her. What about if the good man cheats on her? What about if the good man finds a newer model or a younger woman? What about if the good man places hands on her? What about that? What about that? And this is why I tell women, get your bag. If you got to be creative and hustle and think, get your bag. And there are so many different like episodes I need to do. And because I'm not saying like I am not an investing professional, but at the same time, I have researched and looked into investments and things so much. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning. And at the same time I want other people to know from what some of the things that I have learned. So one day, hopefully I'll share some of this information. We'll see. It's pending, but get your bag because if he cheats on you, harms you, degrades you, makes you feel like you're worthless, the most dangerous time is when you're trying to leave, but then if you don't have the money and you're stuck and you do not have that choice and you have to live your life trapped, it's like that I would not wish on anybody, not even my worst nightmare. Not even my worst nightmare. I mean, I couldn't do that ethically. It's like, because as someone with a disability, and I was so close to having a house because I was saving my money, investing my money, and everything like that. But then all of a sudden, I had to spend almost every single penny I had in order to get like all of these tests done in order to be diagnosed. But now I'm at a place where, yeah, I'm starting over. I am blessed that I saved every penny I could throughout the years. I invested every penny I could. I did so much, like, and I hustled. Oh, and I'm gonna tell like a group of dating nightmare stories about with the dating apps, including there was this one guy who, yeah, let's just say, like some of you Caucasian boys, oh, you guys are hilarious and funny and stupid all at the same time, or just maybe ignorant, or just your stereotypical racist, like imbecile, like because hustling is not always like by definition illegal. It's like, because I did, if you've been listening to the episodes, you already know some of the jobs I've done. And independent contracting, it's like it is hustling because you've got to do your research and find the new companies and put together your schedules and like just like talk, like going to the trainings, and just it's so much to it. And so promotional modeling on its own, it's hustling. Then secret shopping and just all of the other different types of jobs that I've done, though, especially independent contractor. But I remember this guy, he was like, oh, I don't want to date a hustler. I was like, you're going to end up putting me in jail. I'll tell the whole story another time, but that just kind of made me think about it. And yeah, it's like a lot of the Caucasian men, oh, there are a lot of stories where next thing you know, I'm just like, what? Are you this stupid? You can't be this stupid. Oh no, oh dear God, you are this stupid. Wow. Wow. Black baby Jesus, come on. Like, no, like, did you forget the brain cells in him? You forgot the brain cells in him when you made him, didn't you? All right. All right. Yeah, bless his heart. Yeah. Bless his heart. But anyway, with the whole Black Lives Matter and then the voting, and then now look at what they are doing. He got what he wanted. Technically, you got what you wanted. You wanted this man in office. Yeah, and I'm talking to the people who voted for this, so don't worry. It's like, if you didn't vote for this, I'm not talking to you, so don't worry. Okay, if you've been listening to my episodes, you already know the drill. But some of the people, I didn't vote for this. Black women kept trying to tell you about Project 2025, and you kept telling us to be quiet. And then after the election, you kept trying to say that you have black fatigue because we kept telling you and warning you about the dangers and the different things that the Republican Party were trying to do to us. It's like like as black women, we get hated on every day. We get judged and put down. We get told that we're not smart enough. CK said it, and then when after he, got eliminated or whatever, it's like people for either one, they were like, well, he was right. He was right about everything. But then when black women would put these people in their place and call them racist and rude or whatever, they were like, well, no, I'm a Christian. He was a Christian. It's like, you can't call me that. I'm a Christian. He was a loving person. He was a hero. Like, shut up. You sound so just, ooh, so stupid. But these are the things that happen. These are the things that happen, but no one paid attention. And when we're going through all of this stuff with race, and then even look with the education system, look who's running it. Look at the health department. Oh my gosh, I need to do a whole thing about that because this is a hot mess. But then look at the numbers of, like, well, with the whole pro life, pro choice, 3 times as many black women suffer the cost from having a baby. Look what they've said about, some of the people said about disabilities. Look and remember what the orange man said about people with disabilities and the time he mocked a reporter with a disability. He said he was just going to need your vote one more time. Now he's packing his pockets. It's like, is this country great? When was it great? It was great for the white man, which is now why, with work and employment and things like that, now they're trying to accuse with the reverse racism. And now the orange man, like one of their departments or whatever, are now trying to have lawyers ready for the white man so that he can say reverse racism. But then they want to say that black people and people of color can't say racism, or because of ableism. We can't, but they can. They put down DEI, but we still have a country that's so ignorant when it comes to diversity. They have no idea the history. Because, oh yes, that's like I meant to watch it, I haven't yet, but it's like when the orange man was talking about the relationship with Italy and how long they've had an amazing, like, relationship. And the interviewer, or the translator, not interviewer, the translator for, like, the Italian translator, the way she looked at him, ooh, it's like, she was like, hold up, wait a minute, what? And she was like, yeah, I know you didn't pass that class if that's what you think. Because, yeah, I want to watch the whole thing, because then I want to go and start looking up articles and providing different information so that we can learn why his statement was so horrifying and terrible and just not the best, not the brightest. Yeah. No wonder he didn't want to show his college grades. No wonder he didn't want to show, like, he demanded that Obama showed his, like, birth certificate and personal information, but he threatened the schools, the colleges, that if they showed that he was going to, yeah, make it make sense, make it make sense, right? Right. But with our vote, you guys, you guys asked for it. You wanted this. You kept saying he gave us money during COVID. Like, a lot of you guys still don't understand. He did not give you money. He did not give you money. The government gave you money. And he told he told them he wants the checks to have his name on them because he wanted credit for it. And some of y'all fell for that. Some of you fell for it. And I understand some of you guys don't stay up on the news and make sure that you know what's going on politically and everything like that. But at the same time, you didn't even research it. You were just saying, he gave us money. Like, how much money is he giving you now? How many times has he promised that he was going to give you money, and have you seen 1 cent? And also with groceries. It's like we had that one lady, I think a week or two ago. You can get a piece of broccoli and I believe a piece of chicken, and then it was something else. I'm trying to remember what the third item was, but then, and then you can get a fourth thing. And I'm like, we did, I think, hundreds or thousands of studies. I want to see those studies. I want to see those studies. Because, well, that's kind of another idea that I've been having lately, especially for those with disabilities. I wanted to, like, find different grocery stores around the US, especially like my favorite is Aldi, because lower prices and things like that. But I wanted to find different affordable types of foods and stuff that we, like, a lot of people in either wheelchairs or with physical disabilities would still be able to make, depending on the disability, and things that are affordable. maybe some family friendly, like if you have like maybe three to like two or three kids, or it's like family of five, like, nice easy meals that you would be able to fix up, well seasoned. So yeah, it's like, if you're one of the colonizers, and you only use salt and pepper, yeah, it might be too much for you. It might be too hot for you. It might be too flavorful for you. So just a warning. So once I get to that, because remember, I'm going to be having the cookbook that goes along with my novel, and a lot is the cookbook's going to have the foods that my characters eat. So yeah, you're going to hear more about that once I'm finally done with it. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, but he told us we were only going to have to vote for the last time. He lied to so many of you guys. But then, so I kept seeing so many people of color, the Somali community, for example. And then where I am, Dearborn. It's like, but then the sad part is I know so many men from Dearborn, so many Middle Eastern men from Dearborn who they kept out like, there's no more racism. And, or it's like, society just doesn't like black people. I'm good. And it's like, it's just really sad how a lot of the people of color, I'm not saying all, it's like, I'm saying maybe 40% of the people of color. It's like they were like, as long as it's just black people, as long as I'm not black, the white people think I'm like them. Do you still think that way? And even like the Somali community, oh, I'm not black. I think you're finding out right now that's how society sees you. I'm not saying you are, but society is. Oops. Oops. But it's really, we really have to, I want to say we really have to come together, but at the same time, each time the African American community has worked their tushes off to make sure that everyone else is okay, after it's done, they dismiss us again. They tell us we're not needed. They mock us, laugh at us, tell us we're not smart enough, and but we're smart enough to help you through these situations. See, that's what I don't get. You say we're not smart enough, but then you guys need us a lot. Guys need our creativity a lot. You guys need our protection a lot. You guys need our input a lot. You guys need our experiences a lot so that you know what might happen next. But you say we're not smart enough. You guys say we're not intelligent enough, even though we have helped throughout history. We have helped, right? Even though so many times we do such an amazing job, but then we get fired and stuff because, oh, other people get jealous, or people, they're like, oh no, we don't want her getting promoted. We don't want this, like, this black person getting to such a high position, right? Right? They're not deserving of it just because they're black. Yeah, just like, yeah. But anyway, this is the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.